Hi, my name is Hannah Hogan. I'm 19 years of age. The character I'm applying for this panel is obviously John Egbert. And do I have any prior experience with Ask a Character panels? No, this will be my first time if I am picked as the character. And I do have prior experience in acting, though, both acting and cosplay. I've acted heavily in high school. I've been involved with it ever since I was a young kid, but only seriously started in high school. And I followed it up a little bit in college. I've done a few productions here and there, mostly my freshman year. I'm a sophomore right now, so I've done Midsummer Night's Dream, Man Who Came to Dinner, Skin of Our Teeth, Spring Awakening, Three Sisters, and I've written a couple plays, but that doesn't apply here. And as for cosplay, I've only been cosplaying for about a year. My first cosplay was America at last year's San Diego Comic-Con, and at ALA this year was my first time cosplaying Homestuck, but ever since then I've been doing it a lot more. I've been branching out to various other cosplays and trying out things that are harder for me or require more skills, so I'm definitely learning, but I'm always, like I said, I'm always willing to learn more and get more experience acting in character. Why should you cast me as this character? I personally think I have a good personality for John. I mean, again, that might just be me, but I mean, I can act both kind of, the snarky John and the sweet John, and both the kind of deadpan sarcastic John and enthusiastic kind of Act 5 dream self John. And I think a lot of cosplayers kind of do one or the other, and I think that's a lot of people mistake that with John's characterization. They try to make it too much one way, and that applies to when trying to act out the character at a convention or a meetup or in a panel. So I'm also, not to toot my own horn, but I'm also rather quick-witted in terms of jokes and banter. I feel I could definitely hold my own in character at a panel against my other panelists or against the audience questions. So I really feel like this could be a place where I could really thrive in terms of my public speaking and my character acting. What is your favorite character? What is your favorite thing about the character you're applying for? I won't lie. There was a reason I cosplay John, and I love John. He's my favorite. He's certain quality of Johnness. That's the only way I can describe it. In that he's the hero of the story, but he's not your typical archetypal hero. Well, first off, since he's 13, he can't really be that kind of, forced into that role. Yeah, he's an accurate depiction of a 13-year-old kid thrust in that kind of situation. Like, he's not going to completely break down, but he's not going to be completely normal. He's just kind of be himself, but with a twist, with all the suburb and all the craziness going on there. Yeah, he can be immature because he's 13, but he's not stupid. He's resourceful. And I like that dichotomy of his personality with the severity of the situation in the game. I mean, shit sucks for him. He lost his dad. His friends are all over the place. People are dying. But he still keeps kind of this upbeat and determined attitude. Like, he doesn't really let a lot of stuff get him down. I mean, people kind of see that as a character flaw, but it could be some kind of defense mechanism, I guess, but I think it's just really more of his personality. That's just the way he rolls. He can't really stop to think about what's the consequences of what's going on, because he knows he just has to win the game. He has to get everyone safe and alive and get them through it. So I think he is very strong-willed in that regard, and very kind of intelligently optimistic, like not just dumb optimism, but, realistic, kind of. And, okay, describe him in 5 sentences or more. That was kind of a description, but I'll give it another go. Okay, John Egbert is more or less the hero of Homestuck, which I'm assuming you're familiar with Homestuck. Or really as close as the hero you're going to get. I mean, he's the first character introduced in the beginning, and for me, and I'm sure a lot of other people, he's become the character whose development throughout the plot they're most attracted to, just because you've seen him throughout the entire arc. And it's just great to see him from the first page to presumably what's going to be the last page, how he's going to change. I mean, he's the goofy kid. He likes magic. He likes Ghostbusters. He likes terrible movies. He's shitty at programming. But I mean, of course, since he's 13, he's also a bit of a dick to his friends. That kind of joking kind of way, like, you rip on your friends. Kind of South Parky almost. But yeah, his heart's in the right place. He's not a dick just for the sake of being a dick. He's just a dick because he's 13. And deep down, he really does care for them, no matter how much he rips on them. And he wants them to all get through together and get through alive. And yeah, people kind of just always throw him as either the adorable uke-wooby type of thing or like a heartless asshole. But he's really just more the combination of the two, and he's really a much more complex character than I think a lot of people realize. Okay, now we're down to the bureaucratic stuff. Do you have a Tumblr? If so, what is the URL? My Tumblr is the Space Coyote, like the animal, the coyote. I am comfortable speaking in front of a large audience. I have experience with that before. And I am able to project my voice very well. I've done several monologues and such in a theater setting, so I'm very capable of doing that. And I'm certainly able to stand up in my cosplay for an hour if there's not enough chairs. I'll do anything, basically. And yes, I do live in the LA area. I go to UCLA. I will be able to attend any and all rehearsals, schedule conflicts withstanding, that I can attend. I'm sure I'll be able to find a ride to wherever you guys have it scheduled. So yes, I will be able to be available for whatever you need me for, panel related or what. I mean, I don't know what you guys have planned, but so yeah. And I'm just gonna read real quick a little snippet from. I didn't have the time to go through and find an actual just solo pastor log of John, so I'm just gonna read a quick snippet from a friend of mine's fic. So yeah, okay. Dave. Air control to Dave Strider. Do you read me? Over. Actually, you know how movies always use over and out? That doesn't even make sense. Over means you're done talking and you're waiting for a reply, but out means you're done talking and you don't want a reply. Also, I'm starting to think you haven't transcended sleep so well, and that you are probably asleep at the computer and basically I'm talking to myself. All right, now I'm just sure of it. So I'm gonna head to bed now too. Sleep well. I guess you already are though. All right. Thank you very much. And I think that's all we have to do here. All right.